New Japan announcing a subsidiary in the U.S., New Japan Pro Wrestling in America. And they kind of outlined in a press conference their live event strategy next year, where they are looking to double their U.S. dates from 12 to 13 that they're running this year. So we're looking at 25, 26 shows next year. These are going to be dates that take place in between Japanese tours, although there's some where they may be concurrent with Japanese tours. But the idea is they are not eliminating any dates in Japan. They will be setting up an office in conjunction with the dojo and looking at various pockets of the U.S. to be running. And like, this seems to be the unofficial break from Ring of Honor that everybody was looking for. Like, this is their strategy, and they outlined this was phase 3 of their U.S. expansion plan. And it's essentially adding a bunch of live events. And we talk about the talent that are ultimately the money you earn is the travel that you have to endure. This sounds to me like a lot of guys that are going to be losing a lot of days off to fly across the world to do shows in the U.S. in front of 1,000 to 2,000 people.
Them opening up a head office here, I mean, would suggest that they might hire more, though. Maybe hire more, or maybe bring their usual roster of like kind of American stars, but American stars that I guess since a lot of them have gone on to work for AEW or elsewhere. So I personally, I wouldn't expect like all of these 20 something shows to be like full on New Japan shows. I just really, something tells me that that's not what they're doing, and that you'll start to see maybe Okada on a certain show headlining, and then maybe you'll see Tanahashi headlining on another show. For the wrestlers' traveling sake, I kind of hope that that's the case, but of course, like, to break into like an already very competitive market. And I would suggest like maybe a move like this is even a couple years too late, when everybody already has such a fill of like NXT, AEW, everything else. Is there as big of a demand for live New Japan Pro Wrestling when it comes to your town? Yeah, I don't think so either.
There's a novelty to it, but it's like, I believe like you hit it on the head that it's not going to be top to bottom dressed up New Japan shows with the talent. I think you're going to get similar to what we saw with the ROH shows, where you'll get a selection, you'll get some names, but of the big main event talent, maybe you're getting one of those, and the rest will be, you're going to fill it out with people that are based in the U.S., your U.S. talent, and mixing it in with some New Japan proper talent.
Now, how about this? What if they brought Stardom talent with them?
I don't see that happening right away. I think like they very much want these two to be distinct. At some point, if you're not drawing well, I don't know if Stardom necessarily would increase your business.
Right.
And ultimately, what your fan base wants to see, they want to see like a Royal Quest kind of show. I think that's what they want to go see when they get New Japan. I don't think they want a stripped down version outside of maybe one time a year. So I think that the office building it, I think like that mentality, very much like when the UFC was expanding here to Canada, the idea of having a headquarters here, it tells this country that you are planting roots, that you want to expand. And I think that there is a long-term strategy to having a U.S. subsidiary. But just to run live events, it just seems like it's it's tough on the talent that are going to be doing a lot more traveling now. And it's for not these giant shows that they're not going to be, and they may go lower because you're just adding to already. I don't think you have this gigantic demand for New Japan more than once or twice a year in your market.
No, I mean, I think the Elite really were a big part of their American expansion, and that it's certainly a huge loss. So, you would expect them to maybe craft their own kind of American ace or ace to appeal to this demographic.
Could you see them being aggressive when it comes to ROH talent becoming available? That you have this incentive now to go after that talent, and we can perceive that there isn't much of a relationship any longer. And those are the kind of names you would want to go after for these kinds of expansion plans.
I guess it depends how how respectful they need to be. But to me, it's like, get Dragon Lee, try to get Roosh. Who else would you say, like, you think it would fit in a New Japan setting? From
Brody King.
Yep. Yeah.
The thing is, like, you sign these people, it's like your roster right now is loaded in New Japan, and you sign these people. How many dates can you give them? And are you just crowding up your undercard to make more 8 and 10 man tags to fit all these people? Because they want to have regular tours as well. And we can see ROH, if they want to keep someone, they will offer good money as well. And I'm
disappointed because I'm reminded that we're very unlikely to see PCO in a New Japan ring at this point.
Oh, like PCO and Togi Makabe, maybe Togi Makabe from a few years ago would have been.
I want to see Okada PCO.
Well, it's PCO will probably get one last really good deal here when his contract's up in December, and I would see ROH definitely wanting to retain him. So, this is a guy that's he has killed himself over this last year working with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.